I'm Rich Noonan for World Business Watch in northern Canada, just below the Arctic Circle, to tell you about the world leader in dredge manufacturers.
Whether you are working in the oil sands of Alberta, the salt ponds, or man-made islands of the Middle East, a sand and gravel pit in Maryland, or a small marina open to big boats, the name Ellicott Dredges is the symbol of top quality in dredging. Ellicott has 1,500 more dredges working around the world than any other. Ellicott has literally invented many of the major technological advances in the dredging industry. If you're considering buying an Ellicott dredge, listen to what Ellicott customers say. George Nwachukwu has bought 3 Ellicott dredges for his dredging company in Nigeria. Could he have done it without help from Ellicott?
I don't think so, because Ellicott is not the only dredge manufacturer selling dredges in Nigeria. There's another company in Europe that sells dredges in Nigeria. But their dredges are all electronics, which makes Ellicott still #1 to me.
Marina owner Peter McArdle never owned a dredge before this one, but he is thrilled that he bought an Ellicott.
Ellicott's, can't say enough about them. They've been fantastic.
Canadian Dewatering President Marchand uses an Ellicott dredge in the ponds of the Canadian oil sands.
The performance of that dredge from day one, the dredge is just about has 1,000 hours on it now. The performance on that dredge has been flawless. It's run day and night. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've had very good advice as far as the servicing of the piece of equipment, and we have had no technical difficulty whatsoever with the dredge since we've owned it.
Don Seibert only uses Ellicott dredges in his dredging company. He's got 5 of them.
So naturally we wanted the Cadillac of the dredges, and that was the Ellicott dredge, so that's why we went with them.
One of the reasons that Ellicott Dredges has such an impeccable reputation is that Ellicott has been building quality dredges for such a long time.
Unique among the people that build dredges in the world, Ellicott is the oldest and the largest company focusing only on cutter dredges. That's what we do. Anyone who's ever bought a dredge from Ellicott is assured that there is always after-sales support. There's no such thing as an orphan. So we still support dredges that are built literally 50, 60, 70 years old. Our dredges are worth more in the after-sales market. If you buy a dredge from us, you can sell it to somebody else when you're done your job, when it's through its life with you, because people know there will always be support for that machine.
Ellicott Dredges has 2 plants, and they are reflective of Ellicott's progressive history. The original plant in downtown Baltimore is where it all began and continues to produce the best dredges in the world. The newest Ellicott plant is in New Richmond, Wisconsin. It is state-of-the-art and has allowed Ellicott to expand. This huge dredge, for example, is headed to Iraq. Here in the oil sands of northern Alberta, Canada, Ellicott dredges are performing brilliantly in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. We went with Ellicott as a team surveyed a dredging project for Canadian Dewatering, a company which is helping oil companies deal with the incredible amount of wastewater that is produced when oil is literally cooked out of the earth. Canadian Dewatering needed the best dredge on the market to keep these ponds at the correct levels. So they bought an Ellicott dredge, which was tested by Mother Nature from day one.
It's run day and night. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've had very good advice as far as the servicing of the piece of equipment, and we have had no technical difficulty whatsoever with the dredge since we've owned it. And of course, we're very pleased with it. Our client is very pleased with the performance.
Canadian Dewatering President Marchand is like many of you watching this video. He had never bought a dredge before in his life, but the moment he started researching, he heard the name Ellicott. The same is true for marina owner Peter McArdle. His Kentmore Marina on the Chesapeake Bay can be a very busy place. But as with lots of boaters, lots of sand comes into his marina. He was paying tens of thousands of dollars a year for dredging and finally bought his own Ellicott dredge. And now his profits are up at least 25%.
Prior to purchasing the Ellicott dredge, our depth of our channel was at a mean low 5 feet. Well, there's not really any sailboat on a consistent basis that could come here with any type of peace of mind or confidence and get in and out all the time. But because of the depth of the channel, really giving the clientele who come in here peace of mind that they can get in and out is critical to a marina. So us being right on the Chesapeake Bay and the south storms or north storms that blow sand into our channel, we're able to take that problem away right away.
Darian Disney is using his Ellicott dredge to solve a different problem. He owns a sand and gravel business, and like a lot of people in this business, he was looking for a more efficient way to mine sand. Ellicott's team showed him the way, and this dredge is making Darian money.
Going from the off-road truck hauling and excavating with a traditional hydraulic excavator, once you feel that you can't keep up with your product needs, they'll sit down, show you how they can help you, and you know, it's just incredible on eliminating, you know, the extra pieces of equipment, which is very expensive, the maintenance and keeping them, and then also you can reduce some of your manpower to, you know, cut your costs. So you can produce more material with less people, less manpower, and less equipment, which in our game, you know, mining and excavation, that's, you know, that's the way to go.
One of Ellicott's great strengths is its experienced people. When you buy an Ellicott dredge, you get an incredible team with it. The name plaques on the wall at Ellicott's Baltimore headquarters say it all. Each of the dredges that Ellicott has built over the years is represented on these walls. You can feel the history of expertise. This 1913 photo shows one of 5 Ellicott dredges used to build the Panama Canal. Ellicott has literally changed the face of our world. The Ellicott team has seen it all in dredging. C.O.O. Marty Barnes has been here since 1966.
Some of the dredges that were constructed when I first started to work here are still in operation today, which is amazing that I remember them faintly, but then to get a request for parts for a dredge or have a customer call that I've known for 40 years is amazing.
Marty is correct, and he says the reason Ellicott has thrived for so long is its commitment to service and training.
We have a fantastic customer service group, and it begins actually when the dredge is shipped. We have people that go to the site as soon as the dredge arrives, no matter where. Anywhere in the world, we send our service guys to get the dredge started up properly and to train whoever uses the dredge.
Ellicott Vice President of Sales Paul Quinn and his team logged many miles in the air, whether it be in a helicopter over the oil sands near the Arctic Circle, or a man-made island in the Persian Gulf, or in Nigeria's Niger Delta.
We as salespeople travel anywhere in the world because we want to make sure we understand how the dredge is going to be used. We make sure what we recommend is going to be the right tool for the job. We serve a lot of different markets, but one of the major ones include land reclamation, which includes island creation, sand mining, marinas is a new and growing market for us, navigation and channel deepening, and also wetland restoration.
That diversity of customers and so much history means that Ellicott is the perfect choice for people who've never bought a dredge before. But we also wanted to talk to the pros, people who use dredges every day. Don Seibert of Southwind Construction is one of those people. His company owns 5 Ellicott dredges. They bought the first one back in 1980. Do they still have it?
We actually do. We've got that first dredge. We've done a few little modifications to it, but still have the first one. In fact, every dredge we've bought from them, we still have.
Southwind does a lot of work with the Army Corps of Engineers. This project in Ocean City, Maryland is restoring a navigation channel in the bay. This Ellicott dredge is pumping sand well over 7,000 feet under the streets of Ocean City and out to the beach on the other side. Simply amazing.
Guys, we're going to go ahead and move.
Southwind's Devin Carlock is the guy on the front line. It's his job to make sure this job gets done right, and he's glad his dredge is an Ellicott.
I've worked with different companies, I've worked with different dredges, and the Ellicott dredges are world class. It's a phone call away for any type of question, very personable people to work with. Like I said, it's just one phone call, and they make routine visits to their, you know, people who they have serviced the dredge or something like that. They're always around. So it's without question world class.
When Nigerian dredge company owner George Nwachukwu needed dredges for his company in the Niger Delta, he was so impressed that Ellicott understood his needs and the needs of his employees. George is pretty sure that his 3 Ellicott dredges will last him for at least 20 or 30 years. And he has some advice for others considering buying a dredge from Ellicott, especially those in developing countries such as Nigeria.
Better buy from Ellicott, because Ellicott will always stick by you when you've bought, or even when you are planning to buy, because they will advise you on the kind of dredge you need to buy. I'll even go ahead to help you, advise you on the kind of financing you should go for.
The city of Virginia Beach has one of the finest dredging operations anywhere. The city has an Ellicott 970, which looks brand new, although it's been in use since the late 80s. The Virginia Beach dredge operation keeps the inlet open for the big boats and even the little ones. Virginia Beach's first-class dredge operation is a great example of how a government entity saves tax dollars by operating its own dredge. And the Ellicott quality is a big part of that.
Ellicott's an excellent place to buy a dredge. We've built a good rapport with them over the years. We've gotten great service with them. We can call up there and ask them any kind of technical questions, and they're going to get back with us on it. So we've had nothing but great service and great rapport with Ellicott in the last 21 years.
Another big differentiator with Ellicott dredges is the Ellicott focus on training. Not only its people, but especially training customers on how to run their dredges.
Absolutely. That comes with virtually every dredge we sell. We have a tremendous customer service department.
¿Cómo está? Mire, recién estuve...
You can hear many languages spoken at Ellicott dredges. These dredges are all over the world. No matter where you are right now watching this video, you are in Ellicott dredge territory.
In selling to 20 countries last year, we know you can't do that from our offices in Baltimore and Wisconsin. You have to be willing to see the client, see the project, understand the client's needs.
I feel great every time we load one on the trailer and see it going down the road. Just brings a feeling that you can't explain. You see them all over the world. It's pretty amazing.
It really is amazing, Todd. Anywhere in the world, the word for dredge is Ellicott. For World Business Watch, I'm Rich Noonan. Thanks so much for your time.